What is going on YouTube? Hey, back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Solana, as well as Ethereum, Bitcoin, and the S&P 500, which I want to show you in a second. Now, as you guys know, we are now coming off of a major correction, specifically on XRP, and this is mainly because of the ascending broadening wedge that we were tracking here, and unfortunately it did break down. It was no surprise. The only surprise that I got was the fact that it happened on a weekend, the day that I was moving the one time during the year. So quite coincidental, I would say. Some people are even saying that I caused it, so I will try not to move again. My apologies for that recent little correction that happened. I won't be doing another move in a long time, and I will let you guys know accordingly. Now, anywho, besides that, we're going to have to look at this correction here. But what's interesting is besides the drop on a lot of these cryptos that took place here, now recovering on bottom support quite nicely, even with Ethereum bottoming off quite nicely and Bitcoin doing the same. What I really want to look at, but we won't spend too much time, is looking at the S&P 500, which had a enormous sell-off yesterday. One of the biggest red candles we've seen on the stock market in a very long time. I honestly don't remember the last time I've seen such a correction of that size and that stature. I can't say it was a surprise at all. Stock market falls. Let's see. It'll say the farthest fall in like how many days. S&P set to crash 30% before an even bigger collapse. Dow Jones falls as Donald Trump craters. I don't believe half the stuff that they're saying here, honestly. I think it's just correlation, because I've told you guys that we were due for a correction many weeks ago here, and this is by no means a surprise. I'm actually extremely excited that the correction is starting to take place. We've currently fallen about 3.93%, and I think we're about halfway there. I think at most we're gonna maybe see a little correction upwards today, but we're looking for a target right around this area. So we could be looking for, currently we're down about 4%. I could easily see a 6.4 to 8.8% correction here, conservatively, and that's when I plan on at least putting some money in right around the moving average, and I'll keep you guys posted throughout the week or at the weeks as this happens here. But anywho, with that being said, make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's jump right into today's episode. So guys, super quick before we dive into today's episode, if you click the link in the description, the first link at the top here, you'll be brought to this page, and I just want to show you a couple of things that BidFi is doing. You can unlock up to $400 in free rewards and VIP status with your trades. There's 14 days left in this event, so definitely make sure to check that out ASAP. They're also giving rewards of up to $2,800 by making your first couple of deposits, which is also really cool and really simple to do. So make sure to check all this out with the link down in the description below. But with that being said, diving into the technical analysis, as you can see, quick refresh of the current coin market cap reveals markets are continuing to skew lower here. No means a surprise. By no means a surprise. The dip is continuing here. 4%, 4%, 6%, 10%, 4%. Everything is falling in the past 24 hours, and even more so in the past week here. Corrections across the board, double digits, even 20, 30% down across the board here. Internet computers down 30%, NEAR is down 31%, Uniswap down 37%. Every crypto is seeing it plummet to the downside here, and I am not surprised in the slightest, to be honest with you, here. This is by no means a surprise. We're at 60 on the Fear and Greed Index. This also looks incredible. If anything, this is so helpful for the halving that's coming here. We've been anticipating and expecting markets to start to veer a little bit lower as we near the halving, mainly because this would open up even more room for us to pump to the upside here. We were very high up, with Bitcoin pretty much at all-time highs for the first time right before a halving, which should ideally be a pretty monumental event. It was expected that we'd see a little bit of correction to come back down to a more neutral level, followed by the halving event, which should come on the 19th to the 21st, somewhere around that range. If you guys know the exact date, let me know down in the comments below. Feel free to leave some constructive criticism here, but that's truly what we're waiting for. And then ideally what we would expect after that is probably some nice recovery and swings to the upside, which could be at least 100 to 200% gains, which everybody would love that, even me, and hopefully you guys too, for those that are patient now. So to dive into today's video, yesterday we made a few episodes, two to be exact here, one talking about SHIB, which actually saw the dip to the downside here, which we tracked inside a massive symmetrical triangle, one of the easiest cryptocurrencies that we were able to short. This was literally super obvious here, very textbook. We filled in the gap, we completed the gap, and we closed below an uptrend here, so it was extremely extremely easy to buy in and short to the downside because it unveiled itself. It was extremely easy to short, and we took advantage of that all the way down to the moving average. Then moving forward from here to what we're looking at on XRP, we're almost starting to unveil on a lot of these cryptos what appears to be a symmetrical triangle forming here, and it comes to the end in May, which we're going to have to look at in a minute for you guys, but that's truly what we're expecting across the board. Now, you can see within XRP, we're just completing our major drop to the downside here, a huge ascending triangle, huge ascending broadening wedge here, which has a typical bearish, textbook-wise, if I type in ascending broadening wedge, these typically break to the downside here. You can see ascending broadening wedge patterns here. Where is it? This is typically what ascending broadening wedges look like. We come into it and then we dump out of it. We dump to the downside here. So moving to, where is it? Back to XRP here. Now that we've done this, we've done exactly that. Higher low, higher low, higher low, filled in the gap, dumped to the downside here, correction all the way down. This was anticipated, this was expected, and now that we're starting to see this, we're starting to taper off and bottom off here, consolidating, and this ultimately should reveal a new indicator, and hopefully we can catch it, early enough, and we'll be able to take advantage of the new technical indicator that's forming here. Like, this is starting to form a new pattern, and that's very cool, and that's what you guys have to pay attention to here. It's too early to tell at this moment in time, but we could start to draw on some indicators probably in the next day or two as the markets start to consolidate. It will unveil new entry levels and new points of breakout that we can track here. But right now we're bouncing off this bottom support, which is really good as well. Anywho, moving forward, looking at other cryptocurrencies here, you can see Solana bouncing off bottom support. I think everything is due to correct. I think maybe we're going to hold out for another couple of days, and then following the halving, we're just going to streamline straight to the upside here. Beautifully consolidating on Solana here. You can see this moving average we've been tracking literally since the beginning here, maybe going back to October of 2023 here. Now that we've bottomed off at moving average and support, there's a very high chance we are going to come back up and retest $200 very quickly and very soon. So keep your eyes peeled on these markets, because I would expect reversals very quickly, probably towards the latter part of April into May, April, May. We should see the latter part of April and May start to correct to the upside, and we should probably rally by mid-May. We could easily be retesting all-time highs, which would be incredible, because this would be post-halving that everybody is waiting for here. So there's still opportunity to get in and take advantage of this. Obviously, when these trades do happen, we'll do it on BidFi, which is my favorite cryptocurrency exchange, my number one exchange where I can buy long, sell short, leverage trade my favorite cryptocurrencies all in one place. They even have a welcome rewards account and a demo trading account that you guys can take advantage of. So besides those sign-up bonuses that I showed you in the past, you can earn over $2,800 in free cryptocurrency by completing simple, easy tasks here. And then they even have a demo account, which gives you $50,000 in Monopoly money to test your skills, get familiar with the platform, and then get familiar with trading. And then when you're ready, you switch on over by clicking the live account right here, which is super cool. Anywho, moving forward from XRP and Solana, looking at things like Ethereum and Bitcoin here. Ethereum might be forming a new descending fractal here. Now, we only have 2 points of confirmation here in this bull flag here. We don't know if it's accurate just yet, although we'll find out fairly soon. If all goes well, if we're at a bottom, which I think we are, I would not be surprised if you guys want to take a little leap of faith here, a little risk. A good chance we're going to rally up and retest about 34.20 on Ethereum. We're at $3,080. We'll probably head up to about $3,420 in the very near future here. And Bitcoin looks absolutely incredible as well. Now, obviously, we can slowly tweak this just to incorporate this bottom support, and that is A-okay to me. As we start to adjust everything here, what I'm expecting to see is, as we fill in this gap, a decision will have to be made, and there's a good chance we're going to continue up, fill it in, and then ultimately we'll see a blast. I'm hoping for a blast off, because this will be this is like mid to end of May, and honestly, I think it's going to end in a pump to the upside here, which is very exciting, and hopefully you guys see it as well, because this symmetrical triangle is very good and healthy for Bitcoin and a lot of these cryptos, because it will ideally break us upwards, hopefully, because it comes after the halving, and ideally I'm bullish after the halving. This is something we've been waiting for years, and it's finally here again. So the patience, the 4-year wait will be well worth it here. And as you can see with the S&P, we're just going to keep scaling lower. Might take us into early mid-May for us to really bottom off here, but was not surprised. This is just the beginning, and I'm excited to see the results of this here. So definitely stay tuned for that. But with that being said, smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.